football clubs in England, especially, are busy. And as they are busy here at Football Cousins, we will be busy and busy bringing you all the transfer news as they unfold. Robbie, welcome back, buddy. How you doing, brother?
Yeah, I'm good, brother. How are you?
How was your holiday, man?
Yeah, it was good. It's good, bro. I just had to, get my go have a bit of time away, get my head straight, get it back cooking. You know what I mean? Had to go visit all the cups that we can win next year. You know what I mean? Had to just make sure that everything's ready for us for next year to take. You know what I
Oh, good. Oh, good. Were you following the transfer news while you were away? I know you're on holiday. Probably didn't get to know the whole link with Elliot Anderson to Arsenal, Manchester United, and of course Manchester City. How do you see this playing out? These three big top clubs in England chasing one player.
Yeah, I know. I've seen that Bailey Nansen, and he's a quality player, man. Like for the modern day football, he's a very athletic, strong guy, bro. I don't know. Honestly, whoever out of the three gets him is getting a good player. Like I've watched him a lot for Nottingham Forest. He's pretty strong. He can win the ball from deep and take it up, which is very good, like a modern day midfielder like that. But honestly, I'd love him at Manchester United, man. I'd actually really like him to. I wish we sign him, but whoever gets him gets a good player, man. I think he goes to City, but I think Rodri
I
looks
mean,
like he wants to go to Real Madrid. I think he might just drop in there, to be honest.
I think that's the thing. He's been linked strongly with Manchester City. But then recent news reaching us today indicates that Arsenal are also pretty strongly linked with um, the player himself. And then you also have Manchester United linked to the player. I think this whole rumor is coming out now, linking him with likes of Arsenal and United. Considering the situation City is in at the moment, we don't know um, if they're going to be relegated. It's all subject to the decision of our Premier League body or the English football body on how to handle the situation with Manchester City. That will actually decide on how this whole the transfer, saga plays out. Is he going to join United or Arsenal? Because if City goes down, then it opens a huge door for Arsenal and United to pounce on.
Yeah, because he don't wants to. He doesn't. Wouldn't want to sign for Manchester City and end up versing like Wigan and stuff like that. He's gonna be playing in the Championship, bro. Fuck that. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, that's definitely plays a big factor. But I believe if City don't go down, they'll probably be the strongest candidate to get someone like that because they know how to throw money at players like that, man. You've seen him
Yeah,
against Slovenia. We had talks with him. They came in, just threw the money on the table, took him. They're very fast. They're like you got to give it to City. They're good businessmen, bro. They can settle the thing straight away. With our clubs, they'll probably sit there trying to down low ball the we'll pay you this much, we'll give you this much. But City will come in. What do you want? Do you want this? Here. So I think the biggest factor is what you're saying is if they get relegated or not. That's probably the only top.
yeah, yeah. That's the biggest factor here. And but then we look at the player himself. I think before now, no one knew this player. Like this is I mean, a lot of a lot of people in England may know him, but I didn't really know him until this season, where I realized, oh, what a good player he is. Of course, playing for a team like Nottingham Forest, you wouldn't really like pay attention too much on the players they have. But then when you start hearing constant news about a player like this, you begin to pay attention. When a player is being linked with Man City, Arsenal, United, Real Madrid, you definitely gonna pay attention. That's how I got to I started looking at the player and realized, oh, he's actually a top quality player. Ability to play up front. I mean, make passes up front. Ability to break, play that defense splitting passes. Passing up front. Ability to win balls deep in the midfield and even up front. and he also has good eyes for goals, and that's
It's
where
quality.
you look at.
He's quality, man.
Sorry,
He's such a quality player. I was watching him
he
last time.
is.
Ever
He
since
is.
his name got brought up, I started watching Nottingham Forest just to make sure, like maybe it's a bit of hype, like the whole Bellingham hype and stuff. I just watched him. I go, fuck, this guy is press proven. He can take the ball up. He can progress the ball up top. He's got a shot. He's strong. He's
Yeah.
hit the physical lottery. He's just, bro, he's such a good player, man. And yeah, I'll be so excited to sign him, bro. I wish we did, man.
He's a quality. He's a quality player. I mean, I don't know the link with Arsenal. I don't know where that is coming from because you have Zubimendi, you also have Declan Rice who can play that role. But I can understand the idea, the whole thing linking him with Arsenal because I have that feeling that Arsenal would definitely go for another strong midfielder next
And
season.
where do you put Zubimendi? You think you bench Zubimendi or?
It's not about benching Superman. You see how Arsenal operate this season, giving rotating players. They need a healthy rotation in the squad. That's what they're looking at, and they need another player that has the strength and energy of Declan Rice. You look at if Declan Rice gets injured, I mean a serious long-term injury in the season, is going to affect our Arsenal setup. It's going to
Yeah.
affect you don't have that player that has that kind of engine that of Declan Rice, and you need another version of that player who can play in that role. We have seen Zubimendi that he can go up front, he can play as an eight, and also at six. But then you have someone like Anderson. He's energetic. He's strong. His passing ability is really great. He has ability to shoot a goal, gets goals, and all of that. So he's that same kind of profile that Arsenal will want to have
Yeah.
in that team
Kind of
that
makes
you
sense for
can.
both of our clubs, I feel like. I feel like it makes
Yeah,
sense for both of us. Even Man City makes sense because Rodri said he wants to live in Madrid and I think
yeah.
he's wants to leave, so I don't know.
Yeah,
Well, yeah.
he's been flirting with Madrid, so you can understand the interest from City and why they're strongly linked to the player.
Yeah. I want him to go to Madrid and sit fucking Bellingham on bench just so I can laugh at him, to be honest.
I don't see that happening too because he's a
Yeah,
different
and Jude's
profile from Bellingham.
he's the
It's a
football
different
golden
profile.
child.
Sorry.
Jude Bellingham's the football golden child who'll never be benched. He's like the kid of the sport. So everyone
I
loves
think
the
so.
guy.
I think they're different profile.
Yeah,
They're different type of players. He's a more like a real central midfielder that's got ability to attack and also sit deep. I think Bellingham is more like this player, proper number eight player, dribbles around, dribbles, find a way, find into space, making that final run into the box. So a kind of box crashing midfielder. So it's completely different profile from Anderson. But for me, I would love to see him at Arsenal, honestly. But I know I can understand if City gets him. But then I also understand why he's been linked with United. Another player, sorry to jump into that, is what is his name again? The
Ali
Tonali from
from Newcastle. Yeah, we
Newcastle.
got heavy links to Tonali.
Yeah, he was linked with Arsenal during January transfer, and a lot of people argued if it was a genuine interest there. There was a genuine interest if it was just transfer rumor from his agent and all of that. But then another strong news from Italian press indicating that yes, it's a genuine interest from Arsenal that they were linked with him, and his preference would be Italy, but then returning to Italy. But Italian clubs cannot afford his wages right now. You can only get that kind of wages in England or probably the likes of Barcelona in Spain and Madrid. You can't get that outside these two countries. So the idea of returning to Italy is, I don't see it happening.
Bit
It's just
different, yeah.
gonna be Premier League.
I feel like Tonali's gonna come to Manchester. I don't know. I got a feeling. I feel like it's like a perfect club for him. He'll get, especially if there's Italians, they're very like passionate and stuff. He'll get everything he wants here, you know. And I'll take
Yeah,
Tonali. I want Tonali to be honest. If we don't get Anderson, which Anderson is definitely my priority, I'd take Anderson. But give me
yeah,
Tonali and Baleba in the midfield alongside
yeah.
Kobe Mainu and play what's his name? Bruno Fernandes in the 10 next season. Cookie. I reckon we'll be cooking teams with that midfield. And I feel like Baleba's already a done deal because they said he played this. I reckon they gave him, they Manchester United spoke to Baleba and they said all this stuff. And then this season, Baleba's played horrible. I reckon they told him play horrible so he can drop the $100 million prize. They get him on board, get Tonali, Kobe Mainu,
Oh
Bruno
man.
Fernandes last season. Fuck, I don't know about this. I feel like Tonali's,
Listen,
we kind of, I understand with the new owners as well. They don't really mention anyone unless they've spoken to him, yeah, like personally, you know. They probably went to his house, had dinner with Tonali, had a pizza because he's Italian, whatever, and then just yeah, I feel like he's halfway home, brother.
listening to your analogy, I would it would sound like Real Madrid told Konate to play nonsense for Liverpool this season so they could get him for very just
But I swear,
uh,
Manchester United with no Champions League got Acuna, Mbomo, Sesko, bro. Like that's without imagine Manchester United with Champions League. Like the pool's different, bro. Honestly, we play our Manchester United pool's known, bro. We get players whenever we want, you know. Like
right.
when
It
you
might
especially got something to offer too. That's another story.
yeah, that story might change if the like someone a team like Arsenal goes ahead to win Champions League and win Premier League. I think you might have to look at it. Players will look at Arsenal first before looking at United, and it's just not. I'm not saying it to mock United, but it's just fact. But that being said, I see the possibility of Tonali going to either Arsenal or Manchester United during summer. Is a possibility for sure.
Yeah, 100%. And I hear
Have
there's
you
a
seen?
heavy link to you guys with Alvarez from Atletico Madrid.
Oh, I
Oh,
don't. Look. I don't understand that link. For me, I think it's just uh I don't see that happening. I know Arsenal definitely gonna sign a forward player, one or two, but I don't see Julian Alvarez coming in right now. I don't know. He just for a rumor like us Arteta loves him, that's for sure. But I don't see that happening. I think
I'll ask
Gyökeres
you a
having
question,
the
JP. Yeah, just a quick question.
yeah,
So Alvarez gets signed to Arsenal, let's say, yeah. Who
yeah.
you benching, him or Gyökeres?
That's a very tough one, to be honest with you. I think being a player coming in, if you're signing a big striker like that, and you already have another big striker, you're definitely gonna bench Gyökeres. That's what you're trying to say. But I would see it in the sense that, in a way that Arsenal want healthy rotation, keeping players fresh next season, and I don't see like, in my opinion, I see it looking impossible, but I also understand if it happens. I will understand because you would have Gabriel Jesus leaving, and then you might likely have a Trossard or Martinelli leaving Arsenal next season. So you're definitely gonna have. That's why you understand the interest of Kvaratskhelia coming to Arsenal, and then Julian Alvarez. So you want Arsenal definitely want like healthy rotation, like you're rotating, but then you don't drop off. There's no drop off with the rotation. I think that's what they want to go for next season. And so I wouldn't be 100% surprised. Pardon me, let me correct myself. I wouldn't be 100% surprised if they actually sign both players. I will understand it because you're gonna have two attacking players making room for healthy checkbook balance and all of that in the club, and also getting top quality players up front. So I don't see that as impossible. But then um, it's I can understand if they get him. Then it will be a question of who starts and who comes in. You know, you have Champions League, you have three, four uh, trophies to compete next season, and as always, so you having two top quality players, two top quality strikers, you can help rotate healthily and still get the results. So I would love that.
Yeah, that'll be very good. And I also forgot to mention Lewis Skelly. Apparently, Lewis Skelly, we spoke to him as well. He actually spoke saying he wants to leave as well. And you guys, I mean, look,
No, no,
I'm not a stranger to snatching Arsenal's chains, obviously. Like with Van Persie, Sanchez. If we have to
yeah.
snatch this Lewis Skelly, I wouldn't mind Lewis Skelly, bro, to be honest.
You signed two of our academy players, and I don't know Chido Obi. I don't know what you guys want to do with him. He's a pity.
Hey,
I don't know why he's not getting.
Heaven was 1 million, bro.
Yeah,
Heaven's a
no,
good
Heaven
player,
was
man.
a free transfer. Heaven was a free transfer.
What is it?
Heavens that you signed, the central defender you signed from Arsenal Academy, is a is a free transfer.
He's a gun.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, what are you guys doing with Chido B. Martin that you signed, and then you're looking at Luis Kelly? I guarantee you, Luis Kelly is not going to join Manchester United. He's the
He
Arsenal
will.
volunteer
He
too.
apparently he's the one that suggested it to his thing because you got Arteta, the terrorist, sitting him the whole time on benching the kid. I think he's played even 1 minute. Apparently against Wigan, he just straight put him left back. He's been
Yeah,
mistreating him, bro, and then he's a good player. We've seen him against Man City. I've seen him against Real Madrid. He doesn't look like he's faced about the occasion. I actually rate Lewis Skelly, man. I'll
no,
take Lewis Skelly
look,
if we get the
he's
offer.
rated. I can tell you, he's rated at Arsenal. Here's the thing. I think this season,
So
I
is
think that
Eze.
yeah,
Eze's rated all over the world besides Arteta. Arteta will
yeah. No, here's
fucking
the thing.
destroy his life.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, here's the thing. What I was trying to say is, Lewis Kelly case is different. Look, the guy last season was on fire. It was a revelation. No one knew we were gonna have that kind of player, and then it was a revelation. Had a fantastic season last season, but then towards the end of the season, you could see it was fading out. And then what happened was in preseason, Calafiori stepped up. He dropped off. He dropped really badly. And Arsenal fans were like, okay, maybe it was just preseason. But then as we kept going through preseason, Calafiori kept getting better, and then you understand the position of Arsenal this season. They want to win the league from the get-go, and you don't want to use sentiment to select players. You look at players' form, and then you make that selection based on that. And I give Arteta credit for that because he was under a lot of pressure from Arsenal fans about Lewis Kelly. But then he looked at it and okay, look at Hincapie. You can't bench Hincapie for Lewis Kelly this season. I'm not saying he's not going to improve. I think next season he might step up again because he probably need a fresh start for preseason and then build up his confidence again. But right now, you cannot experiment in the position of Arsenal in. You
Yeah,
can't.
but Lewis Skelly's been he's a center mid, yeah? Like he's played
Yeah,
all his
he is.
life
He
as a
is.
center mid. But
Yeah.
the thing is with Arteta is that he wants four centre backs. That's the problem. That's why Lewis Skelly doesn't fit into that sign-up. Like Hincapie as a centre back, naturally a
Mm,
centre back, and then he plays in
yeah.
there. Tim as
Yeah.
a centre back as well. Like he plays four centre backs. To play someone like Lewis Skelly, he's got to play a different type of system. That's why I feel like he's struggling in that type of system, you know. But like I've
I,
seen him
I, I,
actually play. I actually rate him highly, man. I feel like he did have a little drop off. We all seen it, but he's a
yeah.
good player, man. He's got good attributes. He's a strong guy, and I like his cockiness. I remember he told Haaland something. I don't know, had an argument with Haaland once.
Mm.
I feel like he's a perfect player to for Manchester United. So yeah, we might, I don't
I,
know. I'll
to
take
be
him.
honest with you, he's highly rated at Arsenal. There's no question about that. Everyone loves him at Arsenal. There are times when players don't live up to their quality or their the expectation, and it doesn't mean that they will be thrown away. We have Ethan Wanere who haven't really been on fire, and then Arteta had to send him on loan. The same thing with Lewis Kelly. He's a young guy. There'll be ups and downs. I think he was a bit rushed last season, gave him a lot of games. He was fantastic. But then you can also understand that when this kind of drop off happens, and when Arsenal are trying to win the league, chasing league title, you're not going to start experimenting. We have after the season, you have preseason for him to now. Okay, it's a fresh start. Come on, I'm gonna pick up again. So it's not a rush. Arsenal is not in a rush to sell right now. I think we have a healthy position. He's in a good position when it comes to that left full back. What I look at is Arteta this season was really brutal in terms of team selection. He's not looking at okay, I love this player, but then he has to. I will play you regardless of your form. No, he wanted to win, and the league is tough for this season. You're not gonna say okay because he was good last season. How come? Let's give him more time, and then we are dropping games, we're dropping points. No, it was all about win, 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 win. If there's injury or situation where you have to bring him on, you bring. I mean, he's giving him games. He's giving him games. Like you have a Carabao Cup. He played most of them. Played most of FA Cup games. So I think, and some games he started to. A few games he started. I'll come on as substitute in some game. So, so in my opinion, I don't blame Arteta for this. Yes, we clamored for this at Arsenal. We pushed him a lot. Say, oh, you have to select players based on their form. There were times I hammered him on the selection of what is this guy Odegaard, the captain, and then he adjusted too. You can see now Eze is getting it, even though Odegaard is injured, we can say, but him coming out to even confess that Eze was unhappy with him because of the way he's used them, and fans also voiced that, and now you can see okay, there's a big change. He's beginning to look at players based on just your form, not because I like you or because oh you're my favorite player. No, we want to win the league. You gotta be at your best, and that's what it does. That's what you demand from your players. I
Yeah,
don't.
but
I can understand.
I think he actually, I just came up, Thing was saying it too, and even Fabrizio Romano, they were saying he actually spoke to his agent saying that he wants to make a move out if he doesn't get any game time. Maybe it's a threat, maybe just to get him recognized again. But yeah, that's what they said he was talking about. So see how they.
Agents, agents do their work. This is the work of agents. This is their job. This is what they do. They want to, give some kind of feeling that hey, I want my player. Like that's the job. If I was an agent, I would be doing the same thing. And some of
Yeah.
these rumors, agents just use their media contact to get it out there, just to create some kind of awareness that hey, my player need game time, and it's normal. But I don't see him leaving Arsenal. To be honest, I don't think that will happen.
So,
Maybe if
I
he
know
has
Heaven's
another
his
bad
best
season.
friend, so he might want to come
Sorry,
with him.
sorry.
I know Aiden Heaven was his good friend as well, so you might want to reunite with him at Old Trafford.
Heaven is not even having enough games at your club.
Because, but yeah, other than that, man, the transfers were good. We're all linked to some similar players. We'll see who gets them. I think you
Yeah,
guys are going to win the league now. Obviously, it's 9 points clear. Looks sealed, done, and dusted. So
nope, nope. I don't want to believe
hopefully,
that. I still think is not until it's mathematically impossible. That's what I believe.
I know you're trying not to curse her, but deep down you're thinking to
No,
yourself, I know, bro. Deep down you think you already got two. Hey, you probably went and bought. I'm telling you, you've bought the trophy. It's sitting somewhere around in that room, bro. You just haven't
uh,
popped it out. The champagne bottle's somewhere in the background. Come on, bro.
oh
All right.
man, I'm being realistic, but I'm optimistic actually. But the truth is, I just have to follow it like a football fan. Say, hey, anything can happen in football, and you just keep it that way
Yeah.
until
No,
until it
100%.
happens. But
Hopefully not what happened in the Carabao Cup. Hopefully he's just pulled together. Hey, what
yeah,
do you reckon about Turkey juggling the ball, bro?
uh, like I love that. I love that. Look, I
Me
don't,
too, bro.
I
I
don't.
love motherfuckers that do that, bro. He done the same thing to us, but we beat him when he was with Leon.
Yeah,
He's a bad boy.
exactly.
He's such a, I love that player, bro. I reckon I rate
But
that.
we love to see these things in football. That's what football is all about. A bit of entertainment. Jadon Culture does it. Ronaldinho, Robinho, all of these players. Like you want to see a little bit of fun. especially when your team is winning. You can imagine if that game was 1-1 and he was doing that. I think Guardiola would be freaking out.
Bro, he
He
would have
would go,
killed it, 100%,
he
especially
would lose
Guardiola.
it. Yeah. So, but you want to see that. I don't care if he does it to Arsenal or any other team. The most part is about football. You just want to enjoy sometimes some skills, and he's that kind of player. He's that kind of player. I hope let's see if he does that in Premier League game.
Yeah, exactly. He's still got to verse you guys. So I know your centre back Gabriel will be waiting. If you guys beat him, he's gonna do something right back to him too, because he always tries getting people back. So
He's
we'll see how
tricky.
that
He's
pans
so
out too.
tricky.
He
He's so
might crunch
tricky.
him as well.
Yeah, it's been a good time talking about transfers, and I'm pretty sure we'll have more news during the week. Clubs are still on international. We're still on international break. A lot of friendlies going on, but we'll be back. And please don't forget to like and subscribe and hack this video. And please leave your comment in the comment section. Tell us what you think about the two players, Tonali and of course Elliot Anderson, being linked with all these top clubs in Premier League. And where do you see these players going next season? And thank you, Robbie. Thank you for your time again, brother. Welcome back.
Thank you, JP. Thank you. Have a good one, guys, and thanks for your support always.
I'll see you guys on the next one. Ciao.
See you guys.